What's the inspiration of hip hop?
I remember being like maybe 9 in the car with my dad, and he put on that song by Pink Floyd where Roger Waters, there's no music yet, and he says, Brezhnev took Afghanistan, Begin took Beirut, and Galtieri took the Union Jack, and Maggie over lunch one day sank a cruiser, and then it goes into like a low tone, and then he says, they call you overgrown infant. Whenever I would hear that, Dad, what does he mean by that? And then I remember around the same time hearing, was it the Logic song by Supertramp? When I was young, I thought that life was so beautiful, so magical, and then they took me away and taught me how to be logical, right? And I'm like, Dad, what is that? I think, and then Bob Marley comes along and completely blows my brain. And to this day, one of my tattoos is when I was 12, I remember I literally would come home from golf, and then my dad had a record player, and this age group will probably know this record player, right? And then he had boxes of albums. Right? Boxes of albums. I would just take each album out. By the time I was 12, I'd heard everyone from Miles Davis to Coltrane to you name it, to Irish Gaelic music. I saw this crazy album cover with this in yellow and green and red with this black guy with this long dreadlocks. And it was a Trenchtown Rock live concert by Bob Marley. So I put that on, boom, and I clicked it on. And the first song is Trenchtown Rock, right? One good thing about music is when it hits, you feel no pain. And I was done. I was like, I'm in. I might even skip school with a fake sickness to listen to the rest of all the stuff my mom had. My mom had all the reggae because my mom's West Indian. She's from Guyana. That's not a stretch that it would be in my blood that I'd be into reggae and reggaeton and all that type of stuff. So that's what my mom listened to. Then I listened to Redemption Song, where in the second verse, the first bar is, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Have no fear for atomic energy. None of them can stop the time. That just spoke to me. And I'm like, I said to my dad, what does that mean? I remember like maybe a year later, he put a quote on my door. Man is born free, yet everywhere he is in chains. When you can answer the rest of this, then you will have figured it out. So I'm 15. I'm like, Dad, I got it. Society and the school system is the chains. He's like, nope. Next time I'm like, you and Mom are the chains. Nope. The church is the chains. Nope. And so then as I kept thinking about it,
I have a guess, but I'm going to let you finish.
Yeah. And then this is kind of when this is around the time that the experimentation of flowers and funguses occur in my life. And then I said to my dad, man is born free, yet everywhere he's in chains, shackled to the confines of his own mind. And he just went, that's it.